Hello everybody, and welcome to this week's Safety Sense and More video. Today I want to talk to you about EMR and explain to you the pros and cons of it and why we want a low EMR rate. And so basically what EMR or experience modification rating is a calculation used by insurance firms to price the costs of workers' compensation premiums. The rating reflects a variety lagging indicators such as injury costs or claim history and offers a prediction of the future risks for our company. EMR also refers to as a mod factor or mod rating. So depending on if we're working with Turner or Skanska, each company uses it differently, but it's a great indicator of all of our workman comp premiums. The average EMR starts off at 1.0, which means that the contractor is found to be no more or less riskier than the majority of other contractors. Typically, a rating under 1.0 is considered good or relatively safe. If your rating is above 1.0, it's considered bad or risky. Here at Alliance, we are now for 2023, we're at 0.5919. Last year we were 0.69, which is we're trending down. So I think the year before that we were 0.7, 0.6, and now we're 0.5. So that looks really good. So when we're looking to bid jobs for these bigger companies, that's one of the factors they look at, and so it's really important for us to have that low number, and so it's really impressive to those companies. EMR is based on real information and an actual insurance claim history. Claims that have been reported to the National Council of Compensation Insurances in the past 5 years are considered. However, insurance agencies will only examine the past 3 years of claims. EMR can be a critical component when competing for work in the construction industry. Some asset owners have EMR standards where they will only work with contractors who attain EMR scores below a 1.0. A competitor to your business may have a much lower EMR, and that could be the difference between winning the project or losing it. Additionally, EMR greatly impacts insurance premiums. The lower the EMR, the lower premiums paid for workers' compensation coverage. Conversely, a higher EMR means higher insurance costs. So let me explain that to you. I worked for a different contractor about 5 years ago, and we always make the same amount of money on our paycheck. So I thought it odd when I was making $15 to $20 less on my paycheck, and I didn't understand why. Well, this is exactly why. They had a higher EMR rate, so they took out more money for my workman's comp. So in the end, if you work for a higher risk company, you actually make less on your check because they're compensating for that. So an EMR rate that is above 1.0 is considered a debt factor, meaning it will cost you extra, which, like I said, it cost me extra. An EMR that's below 1.0 is considered a credit factor, meaning it will save you money. The best way to lower our EMR is to create a safe working environment. Number two, we want to build a safe culture. And that involves you guys in the field. You guys are our main source of if we're doing it right or wrong. Ultimately, the goal is to prevent accidents and injuries on all job sites. It'll lower our EMR. It'll make it easier for APS to bid jobs and get those jobs with that lower, more impressive EMR rate. So the hard work that you guys are putting out in the field is paying off with being able to bid those bigger jobs, those $10 million jobs. I've done plenty of pre-qualifications where we had to submit it to the GCs for $10 million jobs that we wouldn't have a chance if our EMR rate was really high. So that credit goes to all you guys in the field, all you guys busting your butt out there, being safe, doing it safely. Um, I really appreciate you guys out there. We could set the policies, but if you guys aren't following them, then I mean it all goes back to the guys in the field, not so much the guy behind the camera right now, which I do appreciate you all out there. In closing, just be safe out there. Pay attention. One of the things I want to stress this year is pay attention to your surroundings, inspect your surroundings. Make sure that your work area is safe from any hazards before you start working in the areas. Inspect your lifts before you start using them. Like even though we have a really good EMR rating, we could always do more and more, and we could always do better. Safety portion of it, we could always be stricter. We don't want to be too strict to where you guys can't do your jobs, but we do want you guys to be safe out there. So I was just thinking we could always do more. I just want you guys to all be more conscious of your surroundings at all times. And yeah, I want to see this EMR rate go even lower. That's pretty cool. Like 0.5919 is super low, and again, all credit to you guys out there in the field. So thank you guys for watching this video.